To think that it was just Spider Tack and Gerrit Cole, the only person that was doing it, is selfish and ridiculous. Okay, so
no one's saying that he was the only one. I would never make such an accusation.
It wasn't that made him great.
You're correct. People put on that. What's the sunblock? The bullfrog. The bullfrog with the rosin bag.
That's bug spray.
Yeah. Oh, is it bug spray? I thought it was like right, but the bullfrog spray, and then you put the rosin out with the rosin bag, and it creates a similar substance, right? I would never accuse him of being the only one, but he is the only one that got significantly worse when they took it away.
And then he got better because as we saw the season progressively move forward, he was playing better. So again, I'm not going to sit. I'm not going to.
All the time.
I'm not sitting here and arguing with you. And he didn't. He gave up the most home runs in baseball this year. He also struck out more than anybody by a large margin this year.
So he's the pitching version of Joey Gallo. It's either a strikeout or a home run.
Joey Gallo, how many home runs did he hit this year, bud?
Much more once he left New York.
How many home runs did he hit this year?
I don't know,
this
15, 16.
Okay, and he struck out a lot more than he hit of home runs. So that's ridiculous.
The only time he ever got a hit was when he hit a home run, and then it was either a home run or a strikeout.
Jeff,
so he's like, Gerrit Cole's the pitching version of Joey Gallo, where he either strikes out or hits a home
run. And stop comparing Joey Gallo to a guy like Gerrit Cole, who's one of the best pitchers in baseball.
I think it's very comparable.
No, he's not. He's a top 5 pitcher in baseball to a guy that you wouldn't even put in top 100 of your roster.
I think it's very comparable because they both.
Of course you do. Of course you do because he's a Yankee.
19 home runs last year and 157 strikeouts.
Right, which is probably like
games.
Right, which is probably his lowest career output too. Isn't he like a regularly 30 home run guy?
He was 41-40. He had 22 in 2019, so that was pretty low. He only played in 70 games though. So yeah, that was his lowest in the 120 plus game season because he played 126 total games that year.
Right, but he's generally like a 30 home run guy.
Right, 41-40 in 2017 and 2018. Before that, he didn't play any full seasons, and then 2019 was the first year since then he didn't play a full season because he was hurt.
And the Yankee fans did not wreck Joey Gallo. Snug, stop. He was wrecked in Texas.
They wrecked a lot of players.
He was wrecked in Texas. He was wrecked in Texas, man.
He was hitting home runs in Texas.
That's great. He was hitting home runs. He was batting 200. Good for him. Congratulations to Joey Gallo.
What? Same as he did with the Yankees.
He sucked for the Yankees too. He sucked everywhere he goes. And the fact that he was the only reason why he was an all-star because he was a Gold Glove outfielder. That's why he's a great outfielder.
People also made him an all-star because they love 500-foot bombs, and that's what he can hit.
Oh yeah, popularity contest. We're not saying he's actually that all-star caliber player, but that being said, his defense did get a lot better though since the last 3 years. He was a god awful defender at third, and then with the Rangers too, the first 4 years of career, he was god awful in left field. So it's only when they moved him to right field in 2019.
He figured things out.
He figured it out, and then he won a Gold Glove in the short season.
You know what's even crazier too? When he have 19 home runs last year or something like that?
19 home runs.
Imagine how many less home runs he would have hit if the Yankees weren't getting Goldilocks balls. He would have hit like 5 home runs.
Oh my
he was
God!
Also
With this
but he was
Goldilocks balls
too,
again.
Jeff.
Jesus.
So he didn't really get to deal with them as much because Aaron Judge's home run chase, the Goldilocks balls, when they were allegedly
Goldilocks balls,
they were only started to be used late in June. It wasn't the whole season. So Joey Gallo barely got any.
They only used the balls because he was breaking the home run record. He was there. They started using at the end of the really when he had almost 50 home runs. They started using different balls. When he was about to break, he had 10 or 12 more home runs.
So you're acknowledging that they did cheat then.
But it wasn't the whole season.
Wasn't a Yankee.
It wasn't the whole season, and Aaron Judge had 50 home runs before they changed the balls.
But it wasn't the whole season. I only took 4 cycles of steroids, but it wasn't the whole season.
Jeff, I don't remember what the total, but it was over 50 home runs when they started using different balls. I think it was between 50 and 55 when they started using these balls because they were going to use it for the Hall of Fame, and you knew it was a special ball. If they caught it, they can sell it to the Yankees or sell it to baseball. So they were not using Goldilocks balls the whole season.
They were using for quite a while.
No, they weren't.
It was only half the season. It only started when Aaron Judge
It wasn't
had
even
pace.
half the season.
And it was only when Aaron Judge started to have the pace that was.
It wasn't half the season. They brought it. First of all, they were not changing the balls. In June, it happened at the end of the season, the last month of baseball, when he had 50 or 51 home runs. When they started changing the balls,